Hello everyone, good day and welcome to my video presentation for the Inusharts conference of 2021. My name is Saskia Khairunnisa Marseno and I am an undergraduate student from the Indonesian Studies University of Indonesia. I will be presenting a research entitled Contranym in Indonesian Language, a Semantic Study based on Linguistic Corpus with my corresponding author, Mr. Totok Suhardijanto. Through this research, I hope it would give an understanding towards the usage of contranym in a sentence. Without further ado, this is our short presentation about contranym in Indonesian language. Thank you. A language is built by words which form the vocabulary system. In the language itself, there may be thousands of vocabularies with thousands of meanings following each of those vocabularies. Throughout the years, every language, including the Indonesian language, experiences evolution. In every turn of events, there may be something new added to the system, something changed, or something removed. This would happen to not only words, but the meaning following it can be affected too. Within each word, there are words that have meaning relations with other words or in the word itself. For example, the contradicting meaning relation. The most common contradicting relation we know is the antonymy. The contradicting meaning relation can also happen within the same word. This relation is called the contranym. Contranym was first mentioned by Jack Herring in 1962. It is a polysemy with at least two lexical senses that contradicts each other, stated by Karaman. Jackson also stated that a contranym is a word that has developed two definitions, both equal in force, which definitions are opposite to each other. Thus, contranym are words that have more than one meaning which contradicts each other. Contranym is a rare language phenomenon. The usage of this phenomenon, especially in the Indonesian language, is not acknowledged by language users. People may know of a certain word and its meaning without realizing there might be a chance the meaning of that certain word has an opposite meaning. As Karaman has stated, these phenomena are a rarity due to the fact that there are two senses opposing each other. It is also rare because there is a lack of scientific research discussing the topic. These two rarity factors piqued authors' curiosity about contranym. Therefore, it raises the question of how does the usage and embodiment of Indonesian contranym. The usage of words in a sentence can be seen based on its collocation, context, and reference. Collocation is a set of words which are often seen together. Luo stated that word meanings may change from context to context and some uses are only meaningful in certain contexts, not in others. As Kreidler said, context can also be influenced by the use of reference in the sentence. In reference are something outside the language in the form of entity or concept. This concept is then shown by the referring expression in the form of language elements such as noun phrases which are used in an utterance. This research was conducted by using the descriptive qualitative method based on the linguistic corpus. The authors used Twitter and Leipzig Corpora as our database. Both platforms indicate the usage of language in the form of words. The authors are able to identify 8 potential words of contranym from the comment section of Evan Lennon's tweet which talked about contranym. These 8 potential words are geming, acuh, ringan tangan, usah, absen, hirau, hajat, dan besar hati. In the findings, the authors categorized the 8 words into 3 categories. 1. The words that are considered as a contranym. 2. The words that are not considered as a contranym, and lastly, the words that may seem like a contranym. First, let's talk about the words that are considered contranym. The authors have conducted a comparison for the meaning of each contranym words from different dictionaries in order to find whether or not the words have the same meaning. As we can see from the table, generally each of these words have multiple meanings in which they may contradict each other. This contradiction can also be seen from its usage in the sentence. All the words that are considered as contranym have to fulfill a few conditions, like having more than one meaning and having an explicitly contradicting meaning. This contradictory meaning can be seen from the usage. Based on the author's findings, it is clear that these contronym words are highly influenced by the surrounding environment of the word. It can be seen from the colloquiet, which shows a negation, and also by its reference, which show the behavior of each word. Even though an external factor has influenced the contronym word, it is still highly influenced by words and context in the sentence itself. Moving on to the words that are not considered as a contronym. The authors found that there are similarities in meanings for each word after conducting a meaning comparison from different dictionaries. It is known that these words do not have multiple meanings, which may be a problem when identifying a contronym. Thus, we cannot see the contradiction only by seeing the definition of a word. These words cannot be considered as a contronym because it does not fulfill all the conditions mentioned before. It does not have multiple meanings indexed in the dictionary, even though it has multiple meanings based on its usage. In the usage, these words develop a new meaning because they are influenced by their surrounding area, such as the negation words as collocates. The existence of the negation words may make the meaning of a certain word change, and the new meaning have been integrated in most people's minds. However, the first meaning may still be in use by the other half of people. Thus, there are many meanings for these words carried within the language users. There may be some words that seem like a contronym, for example, the word hajat. By comparing the definitions from different dictionaries, it is known that the word hajat is a polysemy with a possibility of having contradicting meaning in it. This possibility can be proven through the usage of the word. The word hajat is of course a polysemy, but it does not have any explicit contradiction both in the meaning and in the usage. In the findings, the authors found that meaning can contradict connotatively. However, in order to define a contronym, meanings have to contradict denotatively or explicitly. While words in sentences may be influenced by other words in the sentence, differentiating a meaning of a contronym can be clear only by seeing the context in the sentence. However, determining whether or not a word is a contronym cannot be only seen by its usage. It has to be seen from both the definition and its usage. Because a word with different meaning in the usage does not always have multiple meanings indexed in the dictionary. Or a word with multiple meanings does not always have an explicitly contradicting meaning in the usage. Therefore, through this research, we can know how to determine a word that could be considered as a contronym. A word can have multiple meanings whether people realize it or not. Because language is very dynamic and meanings can change throughout the year. Even though meanings can change, determining a contronym can still be done as long as the conditions are fulfilled. The key point to determining a contronym is to look how it is used and use the dictionary to make the determination of the word become solid. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed the video.